It's being reported that Avatar 2 could possibly make $1 trillion. I highly doubt that's going to happen. There's no way it'll make $1 trillion. It would have to already be at like 2 or 3 billion. I just don't really see that happening. But apparently if the blizzards and China didn't stop its momentum, it would have made that money. I don't think so. There's no way it would become the highest movie of all time. And no one would ever take that record, by the way. No one would ever take that record from it. But because of the blizzards and China, it's not going to make it. Look, I think the movie is probably going to make, I originally said like barely $1 billion, but I was wrong there. Maybe 1.5. I don't think it's going to make $2 billion, though, which is what it reportedly needs to make. $2 billion seems like a lot. I don't think this movie's tracking anywhere near what No Way Home was. It's not even close to No Way Home's momentum. And it would need to be following in that movie's footsteps to make $2 billion. And it's just not doing that. Now, it's going to make a little bit of money, but even $1.5 billion, I think, is not enough for this movie to actually make any money. Imagine that. $1.5 billion, and you don't make very much money, if any money at all. I mean, that's just a stupid business decision. It's just dumb. And I get it. The movie's good. A lot of people love this movie. I get it. I'm just saying, it seems like a dumb business decision to let a budget balloon to the point where you need to make $2 billion to really make any money on this movie. That's just stupid business to me. Whatever. They decided to go through with it. They've already shot the 3rd one. They're working on the 4th one. So we'll see if this gamble pays off for them. Now, who could really use some of that money is Babylon. This is worse than I thought. I briefly touched on this movie yesterday because it's a catastrophic bomb. But what I didn't know was the budget, which is $250 million. And it only pulled in $5 million. This is a flop. In fact, there were a lot. Margot Robbie looks awful in this picture, too, by the way. Who the hell? How do you have Margot Robbie in a movie and the costume people and the makeup people are like, let's make her as ugly as possible? That is Margot Robbie, right? Oh, she looks awful there. What the hell is going on this movie set? Imagine you have Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie in a movie, and it only makes $5 million. What a blow to their egos. You know Brad Pitt's like, what the hell? Margot Robbie, who's had a string of flops, she's almost to the point now where you could start calling her box office poison, which is crazy because she's not a bad actress and she's a beautiful woman. Usually, those two things together help make money, but she's just been in flop after flop. Suicide Squad was a flop. As much as I liked that movie, and I do like that movie, the new one, by the way, not the old one. The old one sucks. But that new one that James Gunn did is actually pretty damn good. And that movie flopped. I liked that movie. It didn't do good. Birds of Prey was a flop. I don't care for that movie, so ha-ha. But it's just crazy to me that, you know, these two in a movie and it flops. I mean, it really does show you where we are in Hollywood as far as like star power and how little that really matters anymore. Nobody went to see this movie. You know, 10, 15 years ago, these two in a movie, people would have went out to see it. They've just really hurt their stock with the way people act on social media, these celebrities, and you know, they're just not packing in the power that they used to bring in. But this is embarrassing. Damien Chazelle's $80 million 1920s set Hollywood epic Babylon went up in a blaze of fire at the domestic box office this weekend with an awful $5.3 million four-day start. Say what you will about harsh weather conditions impacting moviegoers across the country. However, this movie which was greenlit by a previous Paramount regime, was greatly supported by the new Brian Robbins administration, was against the odds as soon as it previewed to a cynical press more than a month ago at the Academy Theater to lackluster reviews at 56% Rotten Tomatoes. Further burying the pic's fate were audience exits, including an awful C-plus cinema score, a post-track of 74%, and 47% definite recommended, not to mention its 3 hour and 8 minute running time. What is with these 3 hour movies? Babylon is the lowest wide released stateside opening for Margot Robbie at $3.6 million, beating Amsterdam's $6.4 million, as well as Brad Pitt as a leading man. Lower than the $4 million start of 1993's True Romance. True Romance is a great movie, though. I didn't know that bombed in theaters. Did that bomb in theaters? That's awful. That's a good movie. If you've never seen it, Quentin Tarantino wrote it, but it's a great movie. I like that movie. I just got the 4K Blu-ray this year. Looks amazing too. So embarrassing, and it had a $250 million budget. It needs to make $250 million worldwide to make money. That's bad, and that's not even that much money if you think about it. I know it's a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money compared to what Hollywood puts out there. So, very, very embarrassing for Paramount. Very, very embarrassing for Margot Robbie and Brad Pitt, who no longer wield the box office power that they used to have. It's just funny to me to see this happen. And, you see celebrities. You want to know why they're losing their star power. And this shit right here is a really good example of this. A celebrity-backed bail organization shudders after releasing man who went on to shoot waiter. They're getting sued, by the way, and they should be sued into the ground. This shit is disgusting. So here you go. You got Danny Glover, John Legend, and Richard Branson. All of these celebrities put all of their money into this charity that is now shut down, by the way. But these people were bailing out people in jail that would get arrested for stuff. And this guy that they bailed out went on to almost take somebody out. The guy lived, apparently. And now they're going to get sued. And I hope they lose a lot of money. You want to play stupid games? You're going to win stupid prizes. So this is great. Anybody that gets released by one of these organizations and goes on to pull some bullshit, whoever is the victim should sue these things into the ground because it's their fault. They put the money up to bail this person out. They put the money up. And, they should pay the price because if they hadn't have done that, this man would still be in jail and this waiter wouldn't have a bullet go through him. It's ridiculous. I guess the bail was like $3,000 too. Yeah, they paid his $3,000 bail. What did he get in trouble for? Burglary and theft. Gets out. Starts spraying in a Las Vegas restaurant. This waiter got hit 11 times. Still alive. So now they got a lawsuit. Good. Because it's their fault. Sue them for millions. Take Danny Glover's, all his money. What a shame. Danny Glover, liked that guy. Was in great movies. Now your legacy is bullshit like this. Way to run your legacy into the ground. Why don't you leave acting like a clown to younger people like John Legend there? Why don't you let John Legend be a clown and just enjoy your legacy, Danny? Dude's been in so many good movies. Could just sit down and be loved, remembered forever. Now, what are you going to be remembered for? Releasing a guy who went out and unloaded a clip in a restaurant. Not the smartest idea. Ruin your own legacy. Go ahead. Same with Richard Branson there. Clowns, man. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my locals and my Rumble, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.